Hello party people. So we're gonna be starting the video off here because I want to go over what we want to fix for the next round of hot pit. At the end of this video we're going to Drift Roulette, which is really cool. We had a fun time, but for now, hot pit autofest. What went good? We already know what went good actually. The nitrous went good, tires went good, everything that we wanted to try new Sunoco fuel, everything worked good. What went bad was transmission, transmission, and that was more an issue of a seating position. So where we were seated, our helmet was kind of pushing, so we'll put seating. Those two kind of go together. Those are the biggest ones. We also want to look at the weight of the car, but that one we're going to do this weekend after FD. So right now it is Sunday, no, it's Monday, Cesar Chavez Day. But this is reviewing what happened after hot pit, what we did during the week to get the car back functioning properly, and how hot pit went in terms of what went bad. Transmission and seating position were the biggest things. Nitrous worked great, fuel worked great, everything else worked great. So to fix these things, we're gonna move our seating position. When I cut the seat, I don't want to cut too much. Rome was basically like, hey, cut all of it off, like as much as you need to, because that's what he does as well. So we're going to cut more off the seat to get this better. As far as the transmission tunnel has always been kind of like I did it last minute thing. So we're going to make a new one of those out of metal, so it's a lot sturdier. We're also going to look at the linkages for the shifter, make sure everything's okay in this video. And then later on in the video, we are going to go to Drift Roulette, test out that we're going to test the tires, we're going to test that the transmission's working properly now, that the seating position is better, that everything inside the car is better, so we can show up to Kern, come out swinging, then go to LS Fest and do our best to get on the podium at LS Fest. I already know that there's like 3 or 4 more really badass drivers that are coming, so hopefully we can fix these things, get the car running even better, make a little bit more grip, put a little bit more grip in the car, and then come out swinging and do our best at the upcoming events. So let's head to, I think it's Friday where the video takes off.
School first started out doing learning how to do basic stuff like donuts, figures, and like first slides in. Throttle control is one of the main.
We went skiing again. It's Monday. Gotta work on the seat. Took a week off. I had a little short video that I played this previous week. Just talking about what we're gonna do to work on the car to get it just a little bit better. But Monday after, we have some work to do. We gotta get the seat fixed. We gotta get some more gas from Wesley's, check on some things, and yeah, just a couple little things. But right now we're gonna get the seat out so we can work on trimming down all the things we need to trim and getting it in a better seating position. All right, party people, we got the seat here, right here. Let me set it up. We're gonna cut, let me show you. So we're gonna cut basically this whole lip down to here, this entire thing out, so we can scoot it over just a little bit more in the car. So we don't miss shift anymore, because that sucked really bad. All right, party people, it is Saturday. We are back working on the car. Took a little bit of a break, but just a nice little week off. The car's good for the most part. We have a couple of things to adjust. I believe right before this, I wrote some stuff down on the whiteboard of what we got to do. So one of those things was the seat. You saw me cutting up the seat on Friday, I think it was. So I got the brackets installed. We've just been drilling holes. Another thing is the manual tensioner, which is this guy. So we were getting some voltage issues at, you blip the throttle up to like, you know, quickly, and it reached 4,000, 5,000 RPM quickly, not slowly. It would cause the voltage to drop kind of weird. So we think that the manual, or not the manual tensioner, the automatic tensioner, self-adjusting tensioner, whatever you want to call it, was causing issues. So switched out to manual tensioner. Hopefully that fixes that issue. On the other hand, we got the seat in, grinded out all of this stuff over here. Tech screws up here because we have to do that for the seat is super low. We can't even fit a bolt under it. Bolted in the back. Had to move the center 6-point mount to the middle because the seat's about 2 inches, 3 inches to the right now, and more pointed towards the center of the car rather than to the left of the car. Did hit the oil pan again at Orange Show. Really need to figure that out because I can't just keep buying oil pans. Hopefully next round we can get a skid plate built up or something for that so we can fix that issue. But yes, I think we're gonna get the seat bolted back in, maybe vacuum out some of the tire dust that we always get from rounds. And yeah, I think we're gonna jack up the front. I think we're gonna jack up the front, work on cleaning up this oil pan because we're gonna drive this weekend at Drift Roulette to do some testing for the shifter, the seat, some tire testing and other things. And then new oil pan's on its way. We'll switch it in next weekend on Sunday after FD. Go back up to Wesley's and put that oil pan in. So yeah, I think for today we're just going to work on getting this oil pan sealed back up with some JB Weld and putting the seat back in. So we'll start on that. So if you look here, the seat went over like 1.5 inches or 2 inches, and I ground out this part of the seat so that we could be like, we're touching the firewall right here. And then over here, I ground down all of this. So let's get the seat in and yeah. Seat's a lot more centered. Got this back in the center. I can't put all 4 bolts in because I might be redoing this part of the trans tunnel this weekend. I'm not sure if it's a project that I really want to take on right now, but we're gonna work on the oil pan today. If we can get that fixed, then yeah, maybe we'll do the trans tunnel thing this week. Also, the bolt over here, this side has to be super short, and I'm gonna need it to be on a wrench. It can't be one of these Allen bolts, so I gotta find a bolt somewhere in my plethora of bolts that I have, so I'm gonna go look for that right now. All right, kids, seat is bolted in. By the way, if I sound weird, I'm kind of sick. I was sicker during the week, but I'm like just getting over it, so hence the coughing. So one thing I forgot to mention is I had to notch the seat out. The seat was moving so much and it was touching, we couldn't really get a good sense of where it was, so I notched it out. It might have ended up not needing to notch that much, but it's okay. It's fine. I'll probably paint it or put some tape over it or something to cover it up. But the seat is super rigid again. It's moved over probably like 2 inches. And let me see. It's tough because I thought it was more centered before. If you can see, this is my knees kind of straight. I'm a little bit more centered with the steering wheel. Before I was kind of like over here. So I'm definitely way more centered in terms of where I'm seated. But yeah, I'm hoping I'm not gonna hit here with my head as much anymore. But we really can't go over anymore at all. We're pretty much slammed over here. The issue was I was going 1, 2, when I went like that. Ow. Might need to move the handbrake. Wait, let me switch the camera around. So the issue was I was going 1, 2, and somehow I was going from 2 into 1 still. So I think that because I was pointed this way, like this, muscle memory was going whap, 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 and just going back into first rather than up and over. And it's a top shift, so there's linkages. So we'll take this cover off and we'll spray some WD-40 down there just to check, make sure all the linkages look good. But what I was saying is, if I go into third, I'm like hitting my knuckle on this handbrake. So I might pitch the handbrake so that it's over here and I'm pulling more, oops. Pitch the handbrake so it's over here, so I'm pulling more like this. Rather than right now, I'm pulling a little bit more back. If I put it over here, then I can pull more this way. So just little adjustments that we got to keep making to get the car, you know, more where we want it. This is the aluminum tunnel that I did in a super rush last year that we're gonna try to switch out potentially tomorrow. So I'll loosen this bolt and I'll rotate this. We might just put a tech screw in for now to hold it, and then tomorrow, if we swap out this panel, then we can do a riv nut, and if we don't swap out the panel, then we'll put a riv nut in this aluminum, and we'll be all set. So yeah, everything is still reachable. Key up here, these switches. Yeah, should be better. I do need to notch out up here a little bit, so we'll notch that out right now. But hopefully this fixes our shifting issue. I think this was causing the issue where we were going into first gear, or at least, you know, that's the only thing that I've changed. So if we keep the shifter lubed up and my seats over here more, then things should be better. All right, party people, we're under the car. We had a big piece of JB Weld right here, and we were leaking again because we, of course, dented our oil pan again. I don't know, I really need to figure out my suspension better for Orange Show because I can't keep having this happen. So I peeled it off, it came right off because I didn't like etch the surface before, but I did this time. You can see it's kind of a brace or etched here. I used this little flap disc, so hopefully that gives it something to bite onto to seal this thing up a little bit better. Like I said, new oil pan's coming. We'll have it in for LS Fest, the next round of hot pit, but for this weekend of testing, we would like to not have oil leaking. So I think for the most part, that's everything that we wanted to do. I might look at the trans tunnel, but I don't want to look at, but we're here. We might as well try to get it done. So let's head inside the car. All right, party people. My phone decided to die and then took forever to charge. So took the seat back out, which I really didn't want to do, but I ended up taking this piece out and drilling in riv nuts so that it's not tech screwed in. And because I wanted to make more work for myself, I'm gonna make a new front plate. So this used to be these aluminum plates. It's gonna be 16 gauge steel. That way when the handbrake gets mounted, it sits better. Also, Josh Stewart, I looked at the linkages and everything seems like it's okay. So we have this little bit of play still, but if I tighten this, then I can't get into first. So that's all good. We're gonna clean up right now. I was thinking you guys missed a lot, but I really just cut this cardboard, which just kind of sits like that. It goes over all these lips right here, over this lip right here, and sits on this piece, but I just took this piece out because I gotta cut this ring off, which I left thinking it would add rigidity, and it's kind of just in the way. So I'm gonna clean up right now, and then we'll come back tomorrow and try to film some more with a phone charger. So see you guys tomorrow for the rest of the trans tunnel install, rebuild, dealio. Good morning, party people. Guess what I did? I forgot to film again. So we are working on, let me close up this pen, trans tunnel still. So yesterday you saw we had this made out of cardboard. I just cut it out of metal, so you didn't miss too much. What you did miss is there was a lip up here that was gonna bend over, because of this curve, I was like, I don't think I can bend that. So I ended up cutting off on the cardboard, and then I made this piece. This is gonna go like this up here. And I was gonna try to bend this piece, but then I was like, why don't I just weld these two together? Then my bend is gonna be perfect. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna weld these two together in the car, get it pretty close in the car, get as many tacks as we can, and then take it out of the car and finish welding it up in the garage. So I'll try to film some of that welding going on right now. All right, party people, so let me got this tacked in pretty good all along there. I didn't think that I was gonna be able to see the weld, so I was kind of just like holding the welder. I blinded myself a little bit, so that was on me. That was a dumb thing to do, but I think I'm gonna put a couple more tacks on this before I pull it out, because I really don't want this thing to move. So we'll tack in a couple more places. We'll put the helmet on this time, and then pull it out. I'll show you it inside of the garage. All right, kids. So it's welded on the inside lip. We're gonna weld on the outside lip right here, so that we can cut it off probably right along that lip. Maybe put a little something soft over it, even if it's just tape or something, so that I don't cut my leg on it. But yeah, we're gonna weld this thing together. It's really solid right now, but it's hotter than hell, so I'm gonna get this side all stuck together, and then we'll toss it in the car. We'll make the top piece. Mocked out the last piece. This is just literally gonna sit on top. I didn't even show you guys because it's almost just a square. So I'm gonna cut this out of the metal. We'll get it in the car, and then we'll try to bolt everything down with tech screws so that we get our holes. And then after that, we'll do the rivnets, and hopefully that's the last of it. Then we can start putting everything back in the car. Hello, party people. So sometimes you do a really good job of something, and sometimes you don't. I forgot to film so many things today, but I want to show you guys how the trans tunnel came out. Basically, I got going, and then I ate some food, and then I just kind of forgot to film, honestly. So here's where we're at. Let me flip the camera around. So here's where we are. This piece came out great. The weld came out great. Up here, everything's cool. Shifter feels better. It's a lot cleaner, and it's a lot sturdier, to be honest with you. So I'm really happy with how it came out. The handbrake is a little bit soft here now. Like if I pull really hard, it flexes on this plate, which is funny because it used to flex up there, but it's gonna flex on whatever is the softest piece, and that's now the softest piece. So we'll test it out this weekend, see how it came out. If it's good, then I'll probably seal things up a little bit, because like right here, we just have this piece. You know, I have some edge rubber or some foam that we can put under it, so that we're compressing the foam so that it's just a little bit safer in the event of, or not safer necessarily, but for smoke coming in, it'll just keep the smoke out. Also, I decided to cut my brake pedal, because when I have my foot on the gas, when I lift it up, my foot's so close to here that it touches now, so I lift my foot off there a little bit, and before my foot would graze the brake pedal, so I won't do that anymore. Got everything mounted back in, and yeah. What's up, party people? It's dark. We're going to Willow Springs for Drift Roulette. I picked up Wesley Stump, or he came to my dad's house because he's going to be judging today. So since I live a little bit closer to the track, I was like, hey, why don't you just come to my house and then I'll drive you. That way it makes sense for both of us. We can hang out. Got everything packed in the truck and trailer. Got the car back there. So, oh, that's a little better. So we're gonna head out. Wesley needed some Starbucks, so we're at Starbucks. I have these instead of coffee. But yeah, so we'll get on the road, take some videos while we're there. Hopefully everything on the car is fixed and feels better. I believe I sat down in the office and wrote down everything that I wanted to mess with and change from the last round. I don't know if we got to fixing all that stuff or messing with everything, but I know that the shifter was the biggest one because that's just, I can't be going into first gear. And then the other one was the manual tensioner, which we got in. So hopefully that's working today. It seemed like it was moving on me, so hopefully that doesn't happen anymore. But yeah, see you guys when we get there. What's up, party people? We're here at Drift Roulette. Got the car set up, went out to do a lap on some Half-Life tires, and I went out, initiated, and was like right in the wall, and all of a sudden the car was just like, hey, your tires are done. So spun out, nobody hit us luckily. We weren't going too fast, so I think he knew what was going on. But yeah, so we're gonna swap these out. Seems like a super fun event. There's a lot of dudes here hanging out, so I'll try to get some footage of some driving. All right, we just ran the X comps. They feel pretty good. They're definitely sticky. We did 2, 3, maybe 4 chooch laps trying to see how quickly we can roast them, and they're holding up pretty good. Only a little bit of life taken off of them, so definitely a really good tire. We're gonna go chase some people now to see how they are when I need them to help me out because I'm not a good driver. So yeah, but as of right now, the only thing I couldn't tell was how much they were smoking. But a lot of life on them still, so clean the tire out and we're gonna go chase Carson. All right, we're here with Nate. We just did another test lap with Carson. The car felt really weird, and it felt good, but what?
You look like you're on ice.
It looked like I was on ice.
Your initiation, you faked it.
Yeah, the tires were getting really cold on the line, which was a bummer. But
well, here, I'll help you.
When I was driving, it felt weird. I got it. Okay. I was driving, it felt weird, and then I realized I haven't filled up fuel or nitrous all day. So I checked the fuel, and we were below empty. We should still have 3 gallons, so we're fine. But the nitrous, I'm assuming there's gonna be like nothing in there. So check that. Put a new bottle in. Go back out, and do some more laps. It sounds like RJ might not be able to fix his car, so
yeah, he's got multiple electrical issues. So the main one right now is they left the fan on, so his electrical battery's cooked, and he just wants to call it.
Well, we're supposed to battle him in top 16.
Oh, looks like you got a you got a buy run.
We might have a buy run for top 16.
He's going home like right now.
We might be doing a super sick solo lap, chooching on some tires. But we'll go talk to RJ. We'll see what he's doing. But I'm gonna take this bottle out right now. We'll see how empty it is. All right, let's go to the truck. So, we were supposed to drive. We did some practice. Went pretty good. Blew through some tires, which was cool. Got to test some stuff out. Got to test the shifter. That feels great, which is biggest thing for this weekend. Manual tensioner. I totally forgot to check it, but I'm assuming it's doing good because I haven't had any voltage issues. On top of that, we were supposed to battle with RJ. RJ had car issues, so now we are battling Devin Block, who is a guy who I used to come to Willow and watch drive in Drift League with his blue 240 super cool car that I was like, I want this car, and now I have this car. And he was on the top left of the bracket, and I was like, sweet, I want to, like, you know, I'm not here to win. I'm here to test my car and have as much fun as I can. But I was like, it'd be sweet if we got to battle in the finals, because like I've watched him, and it's awesome to like be here competing with him. And then RJ didn't drive, so they did no deathmatch and put me with Devin in top 16. So we're gonna drive together. It's gonna be super fun. He's I think he said 690 horsepower on 265 Zek Novas. So realistically, this will be a great test for me and the car, and making sure that like everything that we're doing is working in the way that we want it to. If we can get past this battle, not like we're gonna have an easy run, because there's a lot of dudes here that are really, really good. But for me mentally, this is the battle that will show all the hard work's come through. And then whatever happens after this, I don't even care. But I want to drive with Devin. I want to be as close as I can to his door. Maybe give him a tire mark. and just have as much fun as I can driving with him. Like I said, watching somebody drive to now being driving with these dudes is awesome. So top 16 battle. Wesley might film it. I don't know if he will or not, but I might not even have film footage of this. But I will check back in after. If we lose, you know, we're gonna give it our best. And Devin's a great guy, super cool. Family's here. He got 2 or 3 kids. I don't even know. They're running everywhere. And his wife's here. They got like a whole cookout thing. So I love when it's like a family thing. So get ready. We're the last battle of top 16 too, so I got a minute. Yeah, we'll check back in after. We're gonna go have some fun. All right, my hair's crazy because I don't have a lot of time. We made it through top 16. We got really lucky with Devin. He's super good. Absolutely got lucky. He broke his throttle cable. So that's how we were able to beat him. We both had a really, really good lead and chase. Had to go one more time. And then on the second one, I tried everything I could to get away from him. I ended up cutting one of the zones. So when I went to chase him on the second one, I was surging super hard and I hit him and I was like, oh, I got greedy, whatever, it's fine. And then he's like, dude, my throttle snapped. I didn't fire off. So, and then we just got another dude. I think he said his name was Dan. He has a purple Z. He was super nice. I don't really have a minute to talk to anybody because I'm by myself here. So I got to get ready for Final Four. See if I have tires, see if I have gas. Yeah, check back in a little bit.
Is it a video or a picture?
It's a video.
Oh.
We came to Chili's and Schaefer abandoned us. He said he didn't want to come because I didn't get on the podium. All right, party people. Super, super fun day. Got to hang out with Wesley all day. We drove up together. Got to drive with some of the homies. Got to drive with Devin, who I've always wanted to drive with. Looked up to him for a while now. And technically beat him. He kind of beat himself, but still, we got the win, which was awesome. Got to battle one more time because we both were chooching, making each other get absolutely lost in the smoke, but that was really fun. I went to test the car. Didn't really plan on making it that far, so I didn't bring enough tires, didn't bring enough anything, didn't bring a crew, couldn't change nitrous bottles between runs, but not making excuses. I was going to have fun. I had a lot of fun. Drift Roulette is a really fun event if you guys want to go watch drifting, or maybe you can't get in a hot pit and you're like, I still want to compete. Drift Roulette is absolutely where you should be. Everyone there had a fun time. Everyone was super nice. Everyone was very much on the same relative skill level. You know, I drive in hot pit, so it's like, oh, you drive in hot pit, you're, you know, maybe some people might say like, oh, like you're better because you drive in hot pit, it's a higher skill level. It's like, yeah, but I'm like, I haven't made it. I made it to top 16 one time, so I don't consider myself like up there with the Dustin Farrell and the Blaze Potts and the Margaritas guys. So I wanted to drive with some other guys and see, you know, where I stack up there. So maybe people want to see where they stack up to a lower tier hot pit driver. So it was super fun. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Alex. Like I mentioned, I'm supposed to be getting some media from one of the guys there. Hopefully I get some drone footage and some other stuff. But we'll put some things in here if we have it. If not, I have like one cell phone clip from a guy who sent it to me on Instagram, so I'll put that in. But thank you guys for watching as always. Glad we got the shifter issue fixed, kind of. We have some weird linkage things going on. I'm thinking maybe I didn't tighten things back down enough. Or maybe I sprayed so much WD-40 in there to get it loosened that I just loosened everything up. But yeah, so we'll check back in. Next week, tomorrow, I'm gonna take a day off from the car. Maybe just hang out with my dog and Heather. Yeah, so thank you guys. See you soon.